Alright. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TSL4 Qualifier. We're getting down to the very end of this tournament. We're rounding out the round of eights. The winner of this is actually a round of 8 match. This is a best of 3 in between spawning in the bottom left-hand location. The Red Zerg player, Lalush. Everyone say that, Lalush. Say it with me, Lalush. It's fun, I promise. Lalush. Wasn't that fun? It was fun, wasn't it? Top right-hand location. The pink teal, the teal Protoss player, SaSe. PVZ on Doom Valley. Best of 3. The winner of this series will advance to the semifinals where Pink awaits. I know Pink is there. I'm not sure who else is there. Pink is a very quality player, as we saw. Showed the strength of 2-base play. Before this round, we had SaSe versus Trimaster. We were able to observe that one. SaSe defeated Trimaster in the 3rd game. The first game was a 1-base all-in-ish. Are you serious? Wait, is Shuriken serious? Was it muted the whole game? You're lying. It's happened before, so I would definitely believe you. And honestly, some people will be like, "Oh, thank goodness his mic is muted. I don't have to listen to him." Whoa, who's banning? Who's banning all the people? What are those messages deleted for? Anyway. Trimaster SaSe, we had... What did we have? First game was... Oh, it was the 1-base, 2 racks factory, medevac, tank, siege tank push on Cloud Kingdom. SaSe got 2 bases up and Dark Templars, which dealt handily with that. The second game, we had a fake expansion into Fast 4-gate from SaSe, but we had a 5 racks off of a command center opening from Trimaster. He was able to get 7 Marines into his opponent's main base, able to do a lot of economic damage, targeted down some pylons. SaSe could not reinforce his 4-gate push. And Trimaster was able to hold. Game 3, SaSe went for... Oh my god, what happened in that game? Trimaster actually looked great in the early game. He was able to... Oh yeah, he did a fast expand into Marine Pressure. And was able to do a lot of damage to SaSe. So he killed SaSe's natural expansion. And then, what happened? Killed SaSe's natural expansion, had a nice bunker contain at the bottom, eventually left. But SaSe went for Dark Templars, was able to do a decent amount of damage with the Dark Templars. First Blood. Was able to do a lot of damage with the Dark Templars. Eventually morphed them into Archons, and then was going for a 2-base push. At the same time, Trimaster loaded up 2 medevacs and left. So half of his armor was in 2 medevacs when SaSe pushed, and needless to say, Trimaster ended up losing that game. So SaSe finds himself into the round of 8 in TSL4 qualifier number 3, I think I want to say. Maybe the EU-NA qualifier. And I'm happy to be casting this. I've wanted to cast them in the past, but I was in California for 10 days, the past 10 days, casting the MLG Anaheim and then the Gigabyte Esports LAN. And I got back last night at midnight and ended up getting home at 2 a.m., so that was about 12 hours ago, but then got up at 9:30 a.m. to watch me some SC2 in the TL Open. Wouldn't have it any other way. So much fun. I don't know if I have the Korean Weekly in 2 hours. That would be tough, but we'll see. I'll have to ask Diamond about that. I'm not sure if I'm needed. But what's going on in this game? Looks like SaSe opening up with his standard play. Always opens up with this robo. Always does it. But where he goes from here is what's very interesting. Either he'll make a lot of Immortals, fake an expansion, and go for a 2-base all-in behind a lot of Immortals. Or he'll just get his 3rd up and just play safe and then transition into something else. But usually it's up to the Zerg to... Oh, Zerg got tickled to death. That's no fun. Lalush, meanwhile, in the bottom left-hand location, putting down both of his gases. Just now starting the gas production at 50 in that supply count. It's a little bit crazy, but he can afford to do that. Sees what his opponent is doing, I feel like. Overlord. Sees the robo, sees the forge, sees absolutely everything that's going on. Has an Overlord checking on the gas timings as well. Has seen those. SaSe going for the quick 4 gases. And what does he do from here? Adding on 2 additional gateways. Has 1 Immortal on the field. Is he going to add another? No, it's going to be an Observer. And it's interesting because while this isn't a full wall off, while this is a full wall off, he walled along this this pathway. He didn't wall off along the top of this ramp. So it's interesting because, you know, he's going to have to be a little bit vulnerable right now while taking on these rocks. I saw a game where, oh, what was it? It was MLG. Yeah, it was MLG. I casted a game where he was out here attacking these rocks, and there's a Ling Roach all in. And he was very, very, very vulnerable. And I forgot. I don't remember if he won or lost it. But SaSe ended up getting third at MLG, destroying everyone. Just a great, great tournament from him. Lost to Alicia. Alicia ended up getting second. Stefano got, I think, 10th or something. Don't worry, you got first place. Or Marine. Yeah, it was Don't worry, you. Marine King lost to Alicia. I think that was a long time ago. All right, SaSe moving out to take this third base, adding on a couple gateways. The Nexus is already down. Meanwhile, Lalush hasn't been pressured at all by SaSe. We're seeing PVZs go later and later. Protosses, or Zerg's getting better and better at recognizing timings, at getting better and better in their ability at defending against aggression from the Protoss player, more specifically the 2-base timings that have been so scary in the past. So more and more Protoss players are just like, all right, I'll just go to fast 3 bases, then work from there, rather than trying to incorporate the 1-base pressures, the 2-base pressures, just going straight to 3 bases, not applying any pressure, just focusing on their economy, especially on maps like this, where it's much easier to get those 3 bases versus maps in the past, like the Steppes of Wars, the Zelnaga Caverns, you know, maps like the Blistering Sands. Again, as the map pool changes, strategies change. And look at this. Oh, SaSe. 2 Stargates are in production for our Teal Protoss player. What is he going to do with these? We're going to have to wait and find out. Should be very exciting. Meanwhile, does Lalush know about this? Lalush. He's pretty darn close knowing about it. He has an overload up here. Look for this to be turned into an overseer. In fact, I bet in the next minute this will be turned into an overseer. I bet you... What should I bet? I don't know. I don't know what I'm betting, but that's going to be changed into an overseer in the next minute. For this one. We'll see. We'll see. I hope I'm not wrong. I'll be very sad. 11 mutas on the way here for Lalush. And this is interesting because there's 2 Phoenix on the way for SaSe. Did SaSe scout this out? Oh, he doesn't have an observer. Oh, he did see the Spire. So this might have been a reactionary 2 Stargates. Overseer. Please. Lalush, don't you want to know what SaSe is doing? Don't you want to know? Lalush, you have the gas. You have the minerals. Please. 17 drones. Holy crap. Okay, so he's going for the mass muta spine. He's going to go up to 98 mutas. Mutas? Holy crap. That would be a lot of news. 98 drones. 2 additional gateways being made. Overseer not being made. +1 air attacks on the way. And we may be in an ugly situation where SaSe is going to reveal his Phoenixes before the Overseer is made. And it looks like Lalush is just going to do scouting with mutas. Going straight into the third, and now the Phoenix should be coming forward to deal with us. And here they come. The mutas running for their lives. Are we going to see a range upgrade out of these Phoenixes? That's the question I have. Are we going to see a fleet beacon in the near future? Because that would be pretty fun. Nice micro there from SaSe. Decent micro. But the muta's turning around trying to target fire down a Phoenix at a time, but the mutas get depleted. And Roaches and Links coming forward here. SaSe a little bit overextending here with these Sentries and Immortals. Trying to throw down Force Fields in desperation. Might end up lifting up some units here, but all of his units end up surviving, so SaSe able to hold true. Doing just fine. Behind this, we have a Hydralisk Den going down, Roaches on the way, Pathogen Glands. We have +2, I believe that is, and we have Carapace upgrades and Flyer attack upgrades. High Templar Archives on the way from SaSe. And I'm really sad that, really sad that Lalush didn't make an overload. Oh, that was funny. We had 2 Changelings pretending they were blocking the ramp for SaSe. Very nifty move there from Lalush. More people should do that. But we have another base at the bottom side of the map here. Sentry. Gas is going down as well. Gas is so important in late game ZVP. SaSe continuing to the middle of the map. The mutas still in effect from Lalush, making more of them, sending him to the right side of the map. Still a lot of Phoenixes in the air for SaSe. Are we going to see a carrier transition? Wouldn't that be cool? SaSe taking a 4th behind this and attacking up the gut with a lot of Zealot Sentries and Immortals. Phoenixes overhead, doing plenty of damage to those Roaches. Lalush chilling on the high ground. Adding on more and more Hydras. Muta's doing a lot of damage in the main base of SaSe. Control R shows 15 workers killed for Lalush. This pylon is very Artosis-like. Nope, there's another pylon reinforcing it. Never mind. Muta's advanced to the top. I'm sorry. Artosis, if you're watching, I love you. I do it because I love you. Muta's going after these probes. But the Phoenixes aren't going to be enough to deal with this quite easily. The question is, how much damage was the Muta's able to do? 28 Harvesters killed. And SaSe down to 50 Harvesters to the... Oh, I should watch this battle. To the... Oh, I just had it. 94 Harvesters on the field for Lalush. And now Lalush is attacking with a lot of Roaches and a lot of Hydras. And this is a situation where you need either High Templar or Colossi at this point in the game to deal with these Hydras. Or you can just pick them up with Phoenixes, no big deal. And that's what SaSe is going to do, showing how weak those Hydras are to Phoenixes when the Hydras are incredibly strong in number. But there are Infestors on the way. Oopsie daisy, sorry about that. There are Infestors on the way. Overlord's being misrallied, and this is not good. You don't want to be losing those Overlords at this point in the game. Zealot's coming forward as well. Very nice composition here from SaSe. Keep in mind, there are High Templars here, or at least one, and Storm is about to finish, and he has enough energy to use that Storm. Oh, a nice fungal growth there from Lalush, nailing all of these Immortals and Zealous Phoenixes as well. Does Lalush have enough to hold this off? SaSe dangerously low in supply at 120 to the 172 of Lalush. Infestors being picked up by the Phoenixes, but is SaSe's composition too strong? Look at all these Immortals melting away the entire ground army love of Lalush. He's hastily trying to add more and more units to this composition to fend off this aggression. More Roaches, more Lings. This is a very back and forth, very exciting game. Phoenix is still reign strong overhead. Queen's trying to do as much damage as they can, but the Overlord's getting melted away. 5 more Overlords in production. Honestly, it's up to the larvas whether or not Lalush can make Overlords. Only has 4 larvae there. There's the Overseer. I told you. I told you. SaSe trying to get his gases saturated over here at his 4th base, making Zealots and High Templars back home as that engagement was going on. Very smart decision. So you can use that... Excuse me, so you can use that High Templar Storm a little bit later. 2 armies passing in the night, and Lalush going to engage this expansion from SaSe, and these are units that can be traded, and this Nexus will go down. The question is, will Lalush be able to reinforce fast enough, or after SaSe kills this army, how strong will his counter attack be? Phoenix is coming in here. Force fields going on there. Very nice force fields there from SaSe. Nice storms there as well. Melting away a lot of those Roaches Lings. Zealots, I should say, doing a decent amount of damage. And look at these Immortals packing a serious punch. They are upgraded to 2 on the weapons and 1 on the armor. And that Roach ends up getting taken out. And SaSe is going to return to the middle of the map with lots of Phoenix and Immortals. Is this going to trigger timing? We have a Greater Spire on, or not a Greater Spire. We have a Hive on the way from Lalush. He is max, trying to get more Roaches and more Hydras on the field. Another Fungal going down. And I feel like Hydras are an okay choice here, considering there are no Clots on the field. However, the High Templar Storm is very impossible to deal with, so never mind. But again, what do you do from here? You're trying to get those Broodlords on the field. Your opponent already has those High Templars, and a lot of them. We're going to have an engagement here. Storm's going down here from SaSe, trying to decimate this army from Lalush, but he has so much. It's going to be enough. High Templars still have plenty of Storms still yet to lose. Immortals doing so much damage on the ground. SaSe destroying a large part of that army, but honestly, the reinforcements could be enough to hold this push off, as SaSe getting very dry as far as the units go. More units being warped in back home in the middle of the map, but I don't want to leave this engagement to look at that. And SaSe incredibly strong. Lalush has the Hive on the ground, but hasn't really utilized it just yet. I haven't seen anything. SaSe reinforcing with more and more Zealots. Is this going to be enough to crush Lalush and give SaSe a 1-0 advantage in this series, taking him one step closer to the semifinals of the TSL4 qualifier? High Templars really want to get enough energy for Storm, and they're close. But just going to make him into an Archon. That's okay. More and more units being warped in. Keep in mind, SaSe doesn't have a 4th base, so I'm not going to say he's all in. But Lalush has, I think, 2 additional bases than his opponent. Make that 3. But Immortals, these Immortals. Alright, everyone guess the kill counts right now. When this game is going to end, I want everyone to guess the total kills on these Immortals, okay? Everyone guess the total kills on all 4 of these Immortals. Closest gets a mod. We're going to have fun with this. Assuming they don't die. I'll rewind the replay if they die. Oh, Infestors. So guess the total amount of kills on all 4 of these Immortals. Oh. Storm going down. Oh, did one die? No. Okay, the Immortal's still alive. But yeah, SaSe continuing forward. I don't see how Lalush can hold this off. More Roaches, more Lings on the way. But Roaches and Lings is exactly what SaSe has the perfect composition to deal with. The Storm, the Charge Lots, the Immortals, the Stalkers, the Archons. And there's the GG from Lalush. And now we get out my handy-dandy calculator. Handy-dandy calculator. Because I'm bad at math. Well, I'll keep it on the screen. I'll keep it on the screen. Okay. Where's my calculator? Stop guessing, by the way. Why is that there? It's 46, 46. Okay. We have 25. I'll do it in my head. 25 and 24 is 49. 49 and 32. God, so many kills. 49 and 32 is 81. 81 and 34. Oh my god. 81 and 34 is 115. Is that right? 81 and 34. Is that right? Can someone verify my math? 88, 9, 10, 81, 34. I feel like that's 115, isn't it? 105? 81, 34? 115. Yeah. So who's closest? Wait, did you really guess it? Hold on. Hold on. Who guessed it? Who guessed it? Hold on. I think Philip is closest. 120. 111. Oh no! Angry Scotsman. Oh, sick. Good job. How the hell? You get a mod, sir. But, oh my god, that's so many kills on those Immortals. So many kills. We're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna my dogs are barking. I'm gonna see what they need, and we'll be back with game number 2 of this best of 3 between SaSe and Lalush. SaSe takes the 1-0 advantage. Alright. I'm back. Did you miss me? What did I miss? Let's do this. Let's get this let's do this. I'm a little bit hungry, but it's another first world problem. Okay. SaSe is up 1-0 in this best of 3. Music. You gotta go. I'm sorry. You gotta go, music. Chat. Tired. Just ran downstairs. Ran back upstairs. Okay. StarCraft 2. Good. Perfect. Play. Control S. Control M. Yes. Here we are. Hello all. Hello one. Hello all. We're back. Let me adjust something really quick. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a nice break. Oh, I didn't play a commercial during that break, did I? Yeah, I did. Okay, just making sure. Okay, so we're in the middle of a best of 3. in the... Ow. Okay, so my German Shepherd is, like, terrified of thunder, which doesn't make much sense. So I had to let them out of their little cages, because I have 2 dogs. And I let one of my dogs outside because he's chill, and he's a puppy, and he loves the thunder, and he's just going to run all over the yard and play in the rain or whatever. But my other dog is older and more seasoned, doesn't really like the thunder. So I let her stay inside. So that was the story of my absence in the past 60 seconds, and I got clawed on my arm, and it actually hurts a little bit. It's quite red, but it's not bleeding, so we're fine. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, we're playing StarCraft 2. Bottom left-hand location, Red Zerg player, Lalush, currently down 0-1 to his opponent. In the top right, incorrectly colored as teal in the overlay, but he is in fact blue. The Protoss player, SaSe, let me change that really quick. Give me a second. Oh yes, there it is. So SaSe is one game away from advancing to the semifinals. I think that's going to be on in 45 minutes, I want to say. If it's not on already, I don't know. But that will be covered by Sir Andre Greetorp Hengshua. I hope he's watching this because he is my best friend. And of course Ben, Mr. Bitter Nickel. I hope he's watching too because he's my other best friend. I think they will be covering the semifinals and the finals of this wonderful tournament. Of course, what's at stake here? What is at stake? A spot in TSL4 is at stake. All 4 of these players are going to want it in the semifinals, but this is the quarterfinals. This is a round of 8 matchup. Best of 3, SaSe is 1 game away from advancing. Refusing to let his opponent put down a hatchery at his natural expansion. Going into... Actually, that's a... it's really, really gas. It's really, really gas. SaSe didn't spot it. SaSe, there's a gas there, bud. SaSe, my friend. There's a gas. Are you gonna scout the gas? SaSe. There was a gas. Okay, well. SaSe did not scout that gas. Now he could poke in a little bit later. Check on the third and see like, okay, that's not there. But like his probe was literally... His probe literally like went right there. Which is like a smidgen from that gas. But he's going to re-enter here. We'll have to see what we can scout out. Now, the problem with this is the queen is going to be on the field. And could definitely deny this potentially. If I was Lalush right now, I would have a drone like over here just pretending like I'm going to take a third. But the probe coming in here, let's see what's going to... Okay, Lalush, if you let him see this gas, I'll be upset. Okay, no he's not. Gonna go straight to the third base, and SaSe is going to see this. Oh my god, there's actually lings in the main base of SaSe. I was too enamored by the fact that he took gas. Speed is halfway done. How many have we done? 0 workers killed. So nothing too exciting, just a lack of mining time in that situation. The ling snuck by before the cannon could complete. It's no fun at all. 1 probe! Oh, that probe almost got a double kill. Okay, is one of these probes going to get a double kill? What are the odds? Dang it. Okay, so the ling's going to stay alive, and speed's about to kick in, and that's not going to be fun to deal with. The Lush... SaSe's only going to have zealots in the field, so if speed finishes and these lings are still alive, that's actually going to be... It's going to be bad for SaSe, but it's going to be good because he's going to be like, oh, my opponent has speed. Right? Does that make sense? But it's going to be good because the Lush can get a lot of damage done. Speed is done. And SaSe's like, oh my god, his speed? He took a gas? What do I do? I think our broadcaster has a gambling problem. No, I live in Texas. Gambling is not legal here. Only time I've gambled is when I went to Vegas once on my 21st birthday. And all I did was Texas Hold'em tournaments. So, it's not like I went to slots and stuff. But, love me some Texas Hold'em. Anyway. Lalush speed is done. Now, SaSe sees this. So, it's bad that the lings are alive in his main base. But it's good that he knows that his opponent has speed. So, he can be like, okay... That's an early gas. What is he trying to do here? So adding a second cannon, I like that decision. We have a sentry on the way from SaSe. I like that decision as well. Deciding a chrono boost to +1 upgrade. I'm okay with that decision too. Meanwhile, Lalush taking his third base. It's not like he's added a baneling nest. I'm just getting the early speed for early map control, adding on an evolution chamber. This might imply that he's going to go for some sort of Mutalisk play or something that's gas intensive because he's using no gas on actual core units. Getting a double evolution chamber as well. Am I good at poker? I'd rather not say. I don't want to sound like a jerk. by listing accomplishments and stuff like that. So I'll just say I like the game. I think it's fun. And I'm going to Vegas again someday, and it will be glorious. Robotics facility. Actually, I'm thinking about going in about 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens. Alright. So my senses tell me, my tingling senses tell me this should be... Okay, it's going to be a Roach Horn. Interesting. Hasn't started an upgrade. It's weird. His gases are pretty darn late. Pretty darn late, considering he went for such early lings. So what does this imply? Ling Roach all in, something like that? Or just lings and roaches? Ling Roach aggression. At this point, he has plenty of harvesters, 53 harvesters, so might just have those lings and roaches for, you know, this Ling Roach aggression against a potential fast third from SaSe. That's what you can do in a best of 3. That's what you can do in a best of 3. You can identify what your opponent is doing, especially SaSe. SaSe pretty much does the same stuff every PvZ, at least the first few minutes. Oh my god, SaSe is actually going to go for a double Robo Colossi build on 2 bases. I wonder how good this is going to be, because Lalush is going to be investing in a lot of lings and roaches, and when you do that, you're looking for cost-efficient engagements. You're looking for your opponent to take a third so you can kill the third, and kill the units as they leave. But SaSe is going to stay on 2 bases for a while. He's not going to reveal his Colossi, I would imagine, as they start right now. No. There it is. There's 1, there's 2. Range should start with the next 200 gas. So, you know, Lalush, we might have like a situation where Lalush will be maxed on Roachling, won't necessarily have a Spire for Corruptors, going up against a Colossi player. And how do you really engage a Protoss Death Ball with 4 Colossi if you only have Roaches and Lings? How do you do it? You have to have either a ridiculous concave, or you catch the Colossi off guard somehow, or you just don't engage it and go for the base trade counterattack. Oh, and look at this. SaSe is actually adding on 2 Immortals. I'm wondering about the decision. Maybe just quite simply doesn't have enough gas and minerals for the 2 Colossi, or he wants to use the minerals and gas on more gateway supplementation on the ground, which is important. Like a good Stalker count is important. But the Stalkers usually come later. Like after you build all your Colossi, when you're starting your push, that's when you start warping in all your Stalkers because they're faster and they can catch up. And a lot of Lalush sees the absence of a third here. And we have a Hydralisk down on the way, not a Spire, so it's not like he's going to have a lot of Corruptors to deal with these Colossi. SaSe going out to the middle of the map. Lalush poising with a group of Zerglings and Roaches here for a counterattack, and this could be decently effective. SaSe not leaving a Zealot back home, and Lalush is going to go for it. SaSe backing up immediately to try to deal with this. Only about 7 Lings get in. And SaSe is just going to continue across the map, going to rely on reinforcements back home. Probe's going to be running away from those Lings. And again, how does Lush engage this army? I don't see how. Making 15 Hydras? There's 2 Colossi here. Those are going to get absolutely melted. Has no Spire, has no ability to make Corruptors. Hallucinated Colossi on top of that, going to make this look absolutely terrifying to Lalush. The 2 Colossi being moved forward, and this is going to really confuse Lalush here. Has an Overseer here, so it is able to see this, but does Lalush have enough to even do anything to this Death Ball? Incredibly powerful. SaSe just has to have good force fields, and he should be just fine, I feel. I mean, again, there's no Corruptors here. You have to have, like, the perfect concave. All these drones are dying. And SaSe in a fantastic position here to go up 2-0 and advance to the semifinals of TSL4. Or TSL4 qualifiers. Semifinals of TSL4 qualifiers. This is not TSL4, just qualifiers. Lalush still positioning himself, trying to get a good engagement onto the Stalkers, Sentries, and Colossi. Hatchery goes down. SaSe hasn't lost. Look at this unit's lost tab. 12. 12 units. We'll just keep that up. I don't think there's any reason to have anything else up right now. Maybe the person have to see there's a Spire or Corruptor, but there's not, I promise. Back home, SaSe is just fine. He's just fine. Warp Prism going to the main to make this even more difficult for Lalush. SaSe in complete control of this game, of this series, and one might say of this tournament. Showing incredibly good games throughout. And we're going to have 2 Protoss into the semifinals. I don't see how Lalush can win here, but I won't call it over till it's over. Zealots being picked up immediately. There's no Queen here. Where's the Queen? Oh, maybe the Queen was killed by the Zealots. Overlord gonna get tickled to death by a sentry. And now what happens? SaSe should continue forward, I would imagine. Not sure entirely what to do. Okay, a reinforcing pylon. Any corruptors in the Aspire? Nope. Just relying on the Hydras and the Roach. And how do you engage in this choke as a Zerg player against the Colossi and Force Fields? It's going to be very difficult. SaSe, I feel like he has this one, but we'll see if Lalush can make a miracle happen. SaSe coming forward here. Colossi doing so much damage from above. Keep in mind he's 1-1 on the upgrades. Lalush is 2-2, so that's going for him. But the Colossi staying very much alive. And SaSe, again, being very cost efficient with every single unit that he has. Warping in units using that Warp Prism. Lalush trying to take apart units that overextend a little bit. But again, SaSe doing just fine here, killing absolutely everything. Lalush, there's like no real way to engage this army in this position. It's very difficult. Whenever you only have Roach Hydra, you like have to have a brilliant concave. But here, he's forced to engage in a corridor at every location. Doesn't have corruptors on the field. And now SaSe coming forward doing so much damage. Lalush. These are his final moments. And he will end up GGing any second. 123 to 42. There it is. GG. So SaSe takes the series 2-0. And he will advance to the semifinals. So SaSe playing that incredibly well. Look out for him as this tournament goes along. Promising. Very, very nice play. It's difficult to get to the semifinals. If you look at a list of players that signed up for this tournament, so many quality level players, and SaSe is going to be one of your players advancing. So congratulations to him, and I think that might do it for me. I'm not sure, but we're going to take a quick break, and I'll be back with more information. So stay tuned, and I will ask the admins if there's anything else for me to do. So see you in a second.
So the record, we're gonna finish it. It'll be out in June, and then we'll tour. You know how it goes. It's that.
Go away.
What is that? Don't tell me that's that Coors Light. Ain't this a?
Go away. Why did it do that? Why are you showing me commercials? I don't want the commercials. Alright, I think we're back. I think the commercial's over. I think the commercial's over. I think it's over. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. Please, 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 please tune your dial on your stream thingy, whatever. Team Liquid TV is now live, so go ahead and go click over there and go watch and enjoy. They are going to be covering the final 4 players. As I know 2 of them are SaSe and Pink. So we're going to have SaSe versus Vortex as one of the semifinals. And of course, Vortex 2-0ing Dark Force. Vortex having an incredible tournament. Vortex 2-0'd Happy. He 2-0'd Hasu. 1-0'd Satinify. 1-0'd Ilias. 1-0'd Duster. And who's the last one? Pink is going to be playing Toxic Spa. So we have 3 Protoss and a Zerg left in this qualifier. So please tune on over to Team Liquid TV. And I'm out for now, but thank you so much for watching. It's been an incredibly fun, 6-7 hours. I don't know how long this has been. But I hope you have enjoyed every moment as much as I have. And of course, if you want to see more of me, you can just simply follow my stream. Just hit that follow button wherever you're watching this right now. I do have a YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/AxeltossSC. I'll be uploading some of the videos, some of the games from today to that channel. And of course, I have a Twitter @Axeltoss. Feel free to follow if you again if you do want to support. It does help, believe it or not. But thank you, and again, enjoy the final 4 players. Enjoy the TSL qualifier. So I'm going to throw it on over to Mr. Bitter and Greetorp. See you guys later.